Hi, it's John, and welcome to the channel. 4:57 a.m. Tuesday, August the 5th, with the big blue mug of coffee. I hope you're having a great start to your Tuesday, and I hope you had a great long weekend if you were lucky enough to have a 3-day weekend. Thank you so much for being here. If you're a subscriber to this channel, thanks so much. If you're not, just click on subscribe. Thank you. Today, I'm feeling better about the independence movement. And I have to tell you, if you'd asked me yesterday, I'd have said I'm feeling a little bit down about it. But something's happened in the last 24 hours that has made me feeling better about it. Now, why have I been feeling down? I'll get to that in a moment. The reason I'm feeling up is because of an unusual source. I never expected this. Pierre Poilievre. Pierre Poilievre has got me feeling better about the independence movement here in Alberta. Poilievre is not in favor of independence in Alberta. He's running in Battle River Crowfoot. He's out talking to people in his riding. He's in a big room. I think it's a young lady asks him a question. He gives an answer. I'll play a little bit of it for you to give you the gist of what his answer is in just a moment. And it's not the video itself, but it's what's underneath the video that's got me feeling better about independence. Blew my mind, and I mean literally under the video. Why was I feeling down? Because of stuff like this. I see a lot of this online. Got to be careful. This can influence you. Seeing a lot of this. This is about this ridiculous Thomas Lukaszuk petition they're signing right now to have a referendum question on Alberta staying within Canada. I wonder if Mr. Lukaszuk has been honest with the people who are signing this. I wonder if you ask these people, if you say yes to this question, Alberta's going to stay in Canada, right? Because this petition for a referendum serves no purpose whatsoever. This will accomplish absolutely nothing other than feed the ego and the narcissism of Thomas Lukaszuk and try to block the actual referendum question, which is coming. We'll move on from that. Here is the reason why I'm feeling better about independence. This video, she asks, why shouldn't the West separate? Let me play a little bit of it, and I'm going to tell you why I feel great about independence, and it's right below this video.
What would you say to someone like me who was a young family and seeing more hope in the idea of the landlocked Western Canada than a never-ending level of government? The Liberal government owns the media, they run the universities, they have no shame or integrity. It feels like the game is rigged and that the East will always decide their fate. Why should Alberta and Saskatchewan stay?
That's a fair question. A very fair question. I frankly understand the frustration that people feel. The Liberals in Ottawa have told the West to pay up and shut up. They've attacked Alberta and Saskatchewan's biggest industries of agriculture, oil and gas, to name a few. And they have transferred massive wealth out of this region. So all of those concerns are legitimate. The question is, how do we deal with it? I believe the answer is in building alliances with like-minded Canadians across the country. So, for example, Alberta and Saskatchewan should lock arms with Newfoundland, which wants to repeal C-69 so that it can double its oil production.
So Poilievre says we need to form alliances. I don't think that plays with most Albertans. We don't trust the East. We don't trust Ottawa. We don't trust Carney. We don't trust the Liberals. We don't trust the voters who voted this government in again. We don't trust them. As an independent-minded Albertan, I don't trust the East. That's why I want out. We'll do better without Canada. Now, Poilievre should feel quite pleased with this video. I mean, he's got 28,616 views 14 hours ago. But folks, he's only got 2.3 thousand thumbs ups, likes on this video, which I think is rather concerning, and it should be for Pierre Poilievre. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Pierre Poilievre. I want him to win in this riding. I wanted him to be prime minister. I took it on the chin a week or so ago when I did a video on that longest ballot. I lost a lot of subscribers, people who have probably never come back. But Poilievre should be concerned with the comments. I sit in that room back there, and there's a big TV on the wall, and I watched this video last night, and I went to the comments, and I went, oh my God, because most of them are the same. 781 comments, only 2.3 thousand likes on this. Everything Pierre has said could be accomplished without the federal government, and with the federal government, they are a huge obstacle to get this done. I mean, you could just go through here. If there's a vote on separation, it seems hard to imagine a reason to stay. No, Alberta independence is the only way to go. No more federal taxes. No thanks. Canada has had its time. Republic of Alberta. Sorry, Pierre, how do we do this teaming up? Western independence is the way. There's nothing left for the West in Canada. The West needs to leave immediately. I mean, you go through here, could have built the oil sands without the rest of Canada, which he talks about in the video. Alberta absolutely should separate. I want BC to separate too. I really do like Pierre, and I'll vote for him again in the next federal election, but I put Alberta first. I'll be voting yes to protect my province. On and on and on and on. Sorry, Pierre, time to go. I mean, this is almost everything. Now, there are some support here for him. People like Pierre Poilievre. I like Pierre Poilievre. But folks, this really makes me feel good about the independence movement. Now, there's a couple of things coming up that we need to watch. There's this. This is the by-election day, and I think Poilievre will win his seat on Monday, August the 18th. There's this. Now, this is the sitting days for the House of Commons. Let me look at all this time. This is all the time they've spent in government, all year. This is disgraceful. They should have been working through here, but this is when they come back on the 15th of September. So Poilievre's going to be back in the House of Commons on the 15th of September. I'm not sure when they have their first question period. That will be wonderful to watch, because Poilievre, he will be representing a riding in a place, Alberta, that's all about oil and gas, instead of representing a riding near Ottawa that's all about sitting on your ass. And I'm talking about public employees. So this is another thing to watch. So Poilievre is actually going to be representing Alberta here. The other big date that's coming up, folks, that could have a huge bearing on what happens with the independence movement is coming up in September as well, shortly after the government starts to sit again. I go back to this article on March the 20th, Smith meets Carney, demands oil policy changes and warns national unity at stake. And this right here is the timetable, folks. Alberta Premier Danielle Smith said, I provided a specific list of demands. We know what they are. The next prime minister, regardless of who that is, must address within the first 6 months of their term to avoid an unprecedented national unity crisis. September 20th, now I'm just using this as the date. It was right around this time in March where she gave 6 months. Right around September 20th, about a week after government returns in Ottawa, the 6 months will be up. It's going to be interesting to see what happens and what Danielle Smith does. C5, the bill that's supposed to start up all these natural resources and big projects in Canada, does not get rid of Bill C69, C48, emissions, caps, all of those things she asked for. It'll be interesting to see what happens, because if Carney does nothing between now and September 20th, and it's getting close, the independence movement could grow. And we need to use that to our advantage. But I'm feeling better about independence right now because so many people went on that video with Pierre Poilievre. It really is quite astounding. I'll put a link to his video. You can watch the whole thing below, okay, in the comments. Tell me what you think. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications. I'll see you in the next one.